Hey everybody, Robert Wright here, private label law attorney, and today I want to answer one of the questions I get asked most often when I'm working with a new private label seller. Should I organize an LLC or should I incorporate? Okay, so what's the difference? Both an LLC and a corporation are corporate vehicles. They help protect your personal assets, and that's a good thing, right? So really, right out of the gate, you can't go wrong with either one, but let's start peeling back the layers of the onion a little bit. If both are good because they insulate you from personal liability, well, which one's easier to run? And to that, I have to say it's the limited liability company. When you organize a limited liability company, you're filing articles of organization with the Secretary of State, you're securing a registered agent, you've got an operating agreement, and then boom, you're off and running, right? Once a year, you'll have to circle back with the Secretary of State, pay some small filing fees just to kind of raise your hand and say, hey, state, I'm still here, I'm still operating, but that's basically it. On the other hand, if you incorporate, well, wait a minute. You're not just filing articles of incorporation with the Secretary of State. You're setting up a board of directors. You're issuing shares. Okay, that's very formal. That's a lot of administrative burden. Once a year, you're circling back with the Secretary of State, but you're also having an annual board meeting. Now, for most private label sellers, especially those that are just kind of starting out, my guidance is always keep it simple, stupid. Selling private label is difficult enough, right? You are literally, think about it, you are literally doing market research, finding a product halfway across the world, getting it to market. There's a lot of steps involved in that, right? So in all areas of your business where you can, keep it simple, stupid. If the net result of a corporation and a limited liability company is the same thing, right? It insulates you from personal liability. Choose the one that's easier to operate and run. Now, a lot of people will say, well, wait a minute, what about the tax flexibility, S Corp, C Corp, all that sort of stuff? I mean, always circle with an accountant on those sorts of matters. But here's the deal. Even if you want to, get into that game of, should I, take advantage of the corporate tax rate, should I not? The LLC still gives you that flexibility when you set it up. So, LLC seems to just make total sense. It helps you keep things simple, stupid, which in private label is at a premium. So that's my guidance when people are always, should I incorporate, should I organize? My guidance is 9 times out of 10 organize. The only circumstance where I would say, no, you don't want to do that, you want to incorporate, is if you actually want to take on investment, right? Investors, angel investors and the like, they like shares. They like to be able to hold a certificate in their hand. And so corporations, it's advantageous for that reason, but otherwise, LLC all the way.